omuntu wabanga talina magezi kyetuyita wisdom.
Muhoozi.
Omusajja oyo bw'omulaba nze ndowooza Katonda yabirevealinga kubanga toyinza kubanga ng'oli liida moreover liida mu magye agakuma eggwanga lyo ng'oyogera ebintu ng'ebyo byayogera bitali mu magezi bitali mu ki.
Muhoozi kine Rugaba.
Best of all.
They were asking questions and she wasn't comfortable about the framing of the question. Laba bwamutunuulira.
Aleme kulowooza ng'embundu n'essente ze bye binaafuga Uganda eno.
Exactly.
Uganda ya Katonda so si ye. Uganda ya Katonda si ye neeka ye. Akitegeera akimanye abange before God alekera. That day they appointed you, we sat here and I told you, I said goodbye my brother, my son, you are gone.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
But if I will come in this matter, because me, I'm listening as if you are discussing, maybe other people are diplomatic.
It's not even diplomatic, it's just total pretense.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
Very glad to be here on Mordecai Marissa TV.
And yes, indeed. Ugamba otyo constituent oli bulungi nze Mordecai Marissa genda maaso n'okubeera ng'oteekako subscription. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are watching me from. We're going to talk about this wonderful lady, Miria Matembe. You know, she signed me this book in 2000. Let me see, was it 2020? Yeah, 2020. She wrote, if you can see, she says, "Hi Mordecai Marissa, be blessed as you read the work of my hands." It is her book, The Struggle for Freedom and Democracy Betrayed. And she tells us about Museveni yabalyamu atya olukwe. Abantu bano baali bamuwagala. Museveni was a darling, gwe yajjira mu buyinza. Yabalyamu olukwe. N'abatwala nti tebalina kye bali. Olw'okwagala obuyinza, obugagga, na buli kimu, n'okwetwala nti ye mugezi yekka. Yamaliriza alidde olukwe mu bantu abaatuula. Mu kusookera ddala ng'agenda mu nsiko. N'agamba zino z'ensonga 10 zetaddewo ze tugenda okubeera nga tugoberera. Bwe yamaliriza ne bajja ne bakola ssemateeka mu 95. N'agamba tufunye tutambulire ku ssemateeka ono. Bwe gwatuukira omwaka ogw'2000 yali amaze okubalyamu olukwe. Actually nga tegunnaba kutuuka. Abamu ne batandika okumutegeera nti musajja muyaaye, musajja mulimba. Ne batandika okuspeaking out. Mu kitabo kino bw'onaaba okisomye kiri mu Kampala osobola n'okukifuna. Ndowooza mu bookshops ez'enjawulo. Eno nafuna signed copy ndowooza nali nkyakola ku NBS TV. Naye Miria Matembe tugenda tutunula ebigambo bye. Yagambye Museveni beeramu n'omutima. Then wala abantu abali abayinza okuba nga balaba nga balowooza ayinza okuba you know when usually folks cannot find reasons to disagree with someone or to agree with someone, they just come up with funny reasons. Amuwala na balina entalo zaabwe. And that's why I want to start with playing you this video. Miria Matembe telling us that there's no personal vendetta, there's no personal grudge between him and Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
They say that I have a personal
between her and not him.
Grudge, personal conflict with President Museveni. Me, why should I on earth have a personal conflict with President Museveni, whose appearance, if it did not happen, I would never have been able to realize my dream.
Now you understand. She believes that she was able to realize her dream as a result of the emergence of Mr. Museveni. So there's no personal vendetta. Tewali kuchayi ono omuntu amugamba mazima. Amugamba nti gwe nyamba okutuukiriza ebirooto byange. Naye ovudde ku mulamwa ogwali gwandeeta okuwagira n'abantu abalala bangi.
Dream which I had lived for as a young girl. I tell you, I thank President Museveni and I love him. Because if he did not come with the NRM government, I would never have realized my childhood dream. Would you be having me here to interview me at all? Because the conditions were simply not allowing me to get onto the public platform to serve the people, particularly the women of Uganda. Therefore, I have no grudge, personal grudge against this man. No.
So there's no personal grudge. Everything she says achogera nga yagala kugezaako kumuzuukusa. So gye buvuddeko yayogedde ku butya Mwami Museveni bw'atalina mutima naddala kubigenda mu maaso mu Uganda n'okusingira ddala embeera gy'ataddemu eyali omusawo we, his former physician excuse me, nga yamutuusiza ku kyo n'agamba naye omusajja ono alinamu ddala omutima, alinamu ddala muli eryako obuntu. Conversation eyo zino zonna conversation ngenda okubeera nga nkuzannyira, naye njagala ndyoke nkutwale wano eno. Ndowooza tugenda kumaliza tegedde n'ensonga enkulu, kubanga bannayuganda naddala emikutu gy'amawulire gisiiga akazigo Mwami Museveni okugezaako okumulungiya eri abantu. Nze nabagamba sirina debate yonna gye nsobola kubeeramu na muntu awagira Mwami Museveni. Si kugamba nti balinako obuzibu, naye tewali basics ezandibadde zindeetera okukubaganya ebirowoozo. Museveni zonna yazitattana dda. Ekintu bayita okuwamba, okutta, okutulugunya n'okubuzaawo abantu, ebyo bye bindeetera obutawuliza na kintu kirala kyonna. Ne bwalizimba Uganda n'etemagana nga America, naye kasa kijjamu okuwamba, okutta n'okutulugunya bannansi, tolina ddembe eryo. Era kinnyonnyola obukulembeze obwabwe bumusibira mu bbwa. Kye tugenda okutegeera olwaleero, characteristics of a dictatorship, kye tugenda okutunuulira. Naye wano eno mu mboozi gye babaddemu yabadde akyaziddwa ndowooza ne bagiyita Civic Space TV, yatandise boogera ku nsonga ez'enjawulo. Wano eno katandike wano eno nga ayogera ku butya baadde bagiri awo bakubaganya birowoozo. Kankuzanyira olabe.
That President Museveni and his son are not immortal.
Yes, Museveni ne mutabani we temugenda kubeera olubeerera.
They are mortal. They can go anytime.
Mufa
I want to tell President Museveni that he needs a human heart. I've never seen somebody so unhuman. I'm sorry. When it comes to Besigye, somebody who was with you in the bush, somebody who was treating you.
I mean, think about it. Had it not been Dr. Besigye, many of them, including himself, Museveni, would have died in the bush. But he doesn't care about that. He's a complete sociopath. Extremely narcissistic and extremely selfish.
You are sick. Somebody, can't you have some heart? Something in your heart to say, okay, Besigye was planning, maybe they say he was planning to topple the government. But Museveni planned to topple and he toppled the government. Didn't he topple government?
You know, it is very funny because I saw Kulaije of recent saying, they're talking about toppling the government. The crime Museveni committed, if it's such a huge crime to topple a government, then Museveni should be at Hague, ICC. He should be in prison because he led a group of bushmen to topple governments of Tito Okello Lutwa and Apollo Milton Obote. So when you accuse Besigye of doing, and look, all these things are documented, where they talk about their own crimes, the crimes they committed, the atrocities and injustices they visited upon Ugandans. Ebikyambu bye baakola biragibwa buli wamu. Bino si biyiiya, si bijja mu bbanga mbu ne mbawayiriza. Bino biri buli wamu, babyeyogerera. Kati Besigye mbu yali agezaako kujja ku gavumenti n'omuteekamu ekifo kyalimu essaawa zino, n'omubonyaabonya bw'otyo, eyali omusawo wo, oba oyinamu omutima yaddala n'akamu.
Government is bad. If it is doing evil, why shouldn't people plan to topple it? And
oh my God, listen to that question. If the government is bad, if it's doing evil, why are people not supposed to topple it, to plan to topple it? I can grab my constitution. It's right there. It's actually in our constitution. We have a right to use all necessary means to topple an evil government. And Please tell me if there's any other evil government than that of Mr. Museveni. Abduction, okuwamba. Torture, okutulugunya. Disappearance, okubuzaawo. Murdering, okutta abantu abatalina musango. Tell me any evil that goes beyond that. Corruption, embezzlement of funds, a poor healthcare system, deliberate keeping of people in poverty. Show me any other evil government than that of Mr. Museveni. Eyo yesinga okubeera embi. Kati abantu oyagala bakole ki? Bakwesonyiwe.
And where is the plan anyway? Let me tell
Exactly. Because they're alleging. Because they don't have any proof whatsoever.
you know why we are crying out? You know why we are praying day and night for this man not to die the way he's dying in that prison? You know why we are crying and praying and we don't know. If he thought that Besigye had done a terrible crime, that he was about to topple the government, then let them tell us. Let them tell us. I saw some, I don't read social media, but somebody sent me some photo. When I put it there, video, it was a video, I think, was it Kuraiji or somebody who was talking, and it was written there that Besigye actually should have been killed even before going to what? To prison, because what he did was terrible. He was saying, this country would have been shattered by now. I want to ask really, even if Besigye was planning anything, was it going to all of a sudden and the nation would crash?
That's how it is presented. They present it as though Besigye had access to nuclear plants of the USA or of Russia, that he was going to stand somewhere and give orders for Uganda to be nuked. No! When Kulaije speaks as though, tetwagala kuwawaza nsi, tetwagala kubatisa, tetwagala kubamenya mitima, kyali agenda okukola. What?
Would all of a sudden the nation crash?
No.
And if that did, let me even ask, when he was here in Uganda, before he flew to Kenya, had he flown to Kenya to go and bring military to overtake Uganda? He had flown to Kenya to launch my sister Martha Karua's book. Now, why didn't they get him here when he was here?
Exactly.
If the country was going to crash, why did they leave him? He goes through the airport, he goes, he's okay, he goes through the Kenya formalities and so on, and yet the country behind him was about to crash. And now that he's arrested, if he had organized the crashing of this country, when he's arrested, can't the crashers still come and crash it?
I know, right?
Especially so to deliver him to peace. So for me, what comes in my mind,
it's funny. These people will just play on the minds of the people. And because they know we have a gullible society, bamanyinti kasabalimba banansi Besigye yabadde abagenda kukola ki. But these are questions omukyala byabuuze biteekeddwa okubeera nga byanukulwa. But oyinza okumulaba nga ayogera wano n'otategeera gye yavudde. Let me take you back here when the host was trying to sort of present the Museveni regime as some sort of a good government that follows the constitution and should be respected, and says she sort of want to present it as a normal government, and she wasn't having it at all.
Right now, Dr. Kizza Besigye's case is continuing before the General Court Martial in a rather sad contradiction to our legal processes. So I wanted to ask you,
listen to the question.
What does this say about the state of governance in this country? Exactly where do we stand?
I will tell you the answer. It says we have a complete total tyranny. We live in complete total tyranny. Dictatorship.
We have a judiciary. Has there been a power shift overnight that we were completely unaware of that transferred our power, because for years we've been speculating about whether
For years we've been speculating. Listen.
Or not we are existing.
Or whether we or not we are existing
in a democracy or
a democracy or a dictatorship.
Judiciary or rather a dictatorship. But
Miria Matembe is known as Simusanyufu. Don't say that. For long. There's a way folks want to present the Museveni regime as some sort of a a government that you can compare to that of France or Sweden or Denmark. This is a dictatorship, complete tyranny, 100%. But then now she's like, oh, for so long, we've been speculating. And Miria Matembe is like, you've been speculating? Shut up.
Now things
You've been speculating. You are
tubadde tuteebereza tuba tulyawo nga tubaganya ebirowoozo buli kaseera tugamba buno bukulembeze bwa musibira mu bbwa oba eno nfuga ya demokrasiya. Look at her face. Badde olyawo oteebereza okubaganya ebirowoozo ekyogamba tomanyi, like amubuuza kyogamba, like you don't know.
Because for years we've been speculating about whether we are existing in a democracy or a judiciary or rather a dictatorship, but now things...
You've been speculating. You are provoking me to shout out.
You are provoking me to shout even. I mean, look at their faces. They're laughing because they know this is not even dramatizing anything. What are you speculating about, lady? This is complete tyranny, dictatorship.
People have been
you say it what you say.
Absolutely.
Who is speculating? Who doesn't know?
Who doesn't see everything?
Call facts.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Barbara,
continue and ask.
Considering your particular, and this is something you said that you're very proud of, your NRM affiliate.
And then they went on to ask, and I will take you to, I think it is around the 19th minute, and she just interrupted. She's like, you guys, musu senamo kunte kamuibozi byammwe. Look at her face.
Right. Best of all.
They were asking questions and she wasn't comfortable about the framing of the question. Lababwa mutunulira. Magane gwe. Lwaki oyogera ku basajja abo nga yogera ku bukulembeze obulungi? These are dictators. Bannakyemalira.
To be very clear about
Look,
is that we do not have a functional.
She's going to interrupt.
Right, a functional
it's coming. It's coming.
Right,
it's coming. It's coming.
But if I may come in this matter, because me, I'm listening as if you are discussing. Maybe other people are diplomatic.
It's not even diplomatic. It's just total pretense. It's not diplomatic. Usually people will be like, oh, Mordecai, government jogere kobwent. They're trying to ask me to pretend.
I don't go into diplomacy. I mean, I don't see, because you as women, it seems why you are fearing.
Absolutely.
You are scared to speak the truth, call a spade a spade. And that's why I see you saying Besigye was arrested. Which arrest? You know very well Besigye was abducted.
And again, I saw the same mistake being made by NBS when they were reporting about the abduction of Freddie Nyanzi, the chief mobilizer of the NUP. NBS yagambye nti Nyanzi yakwatiddwa. He's been arrested. He wasn't arrested. Arrest is legal. You go through proper procedures. Bakwata batya omuntu. Nyanzi was abducted. Language, please. Language is a weapon. In situations where Nyanzi nga bamuwambye, tuzagamba bamukutte, okukwata kyanjalo okuwamba. Besigye teyakwatibwa, yawambibwa.
She was abducted from that country and brought here and hidden in a court martial until the wife announced. You know very well, and you all know very well that the charges that have put against Besigye, that's why I say it is not clear. We are not sure. Indeed, we are not sure which charges were put against him. Which are they? So for me, I want to say, let you ladies, if you come here and discuss as if you don't know what is happening there, or maybe you are fearing in case you speak, call a spade, they will come and you will lose your jobs and that kind of thing. At this time, this is a time when, if we are to discuss this issue, we should be straight. They call it
blunt?
Point blank.
Being blunt with these things.
And I don't know, all of you must be feeling terrible about what is happening to this man. All of you, and in your talk, you should be talking in such a way to say, no, enough is enough. Don't start hiding anything or discussing law. Which law? Which law are we talking about?
Exactly. You know, this is why I have huge disappointment. Musajja Gobaita Nobert Mao. He wants to talk about the law. Oh, we're going. And you know, I think at one time she laughed at Nobert Mao. Nobert Mao talking about we're going to talk to. I think I have that video. Let me play it here. I think it was around here. I had this video right here. Yes, he called out Nobert Mao. This is what he told him. Let me try to play it here.
That's how he's working on the review of the constitution.
Sorry.
And what he's planning to do.
Let's play it
and
again.
After that, his boss went on TV and said, Mao, I told you here, Mao.
I told you.
That day they appointed you, we sat here and I told you. I said, goodbye, my brother, my son, you are gone. And after that, I must bring this out. President Mao went to TV and told us how he's working.
Oh my God. Mao must be dying.
On the review of the constitution.
Oh, yeah.
And what he's planning to do. And after that, his boss.
See how she mimics him.
Went on TV and said, me, agreeing with Mao. Agreeing to do what? I just captured him like, like I always take others. And that's how I also got him to my side. Now, that is the very man now whom is saying he is going to convince him to dialogue. Dialogue what?
Look at the face of Nobert Mao.
As long as he's there, no dialogue. You already captured Bambi. Go and put your views. Put them there. They will just be there.
You are already captured. And look, this lady knows Mr. Museveni. Like, I'll read you here. I think I'll do this later. I don't want to make this video long, but he's telling him that you've already been captured. This man doesn't believe in dialogue. He only believes in one thing: use and dump. Museveni bwatu bwakola kozesa osule.
But for you, you are done.
You're done and dusted. Yep.
As for the dialogue, one day, we shall get it when this guy goes.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is complete. Oh my God. I'm kumutwe. And here.
For me, what I want to say, that as far as I'm concerned, it is not even just Besigye. I want to say that Besigye now has come up as a sacrificial lamb.
Exactly. There are so many people who are in prison. Besigye is just a sacrificial lamb. And that's why we use him, Besigye, and freeing other political prisoners. And look, I was watching here a video. Ngagamba nti bino byenjogera muyinza n'obutabiteekayo kubanga gano genjogera mazima ate mu batya bali abantu.
Kanfunene ka chance njogere ne ba leaders baffe ne president waffe ngwakaali. President agala kumugamba bino ebyokusereteninga abantu buli kiseera tujja kulaba fire, buli kiseera Ssabalwanyi ajja kutukuba. Yagenda mu bush n'alwana. Yalwana Uganda kugiddamu kugissa mu ddembe. Alwana nani?
You know, people baganya President Museveni Ssabalwanyi, I can crush you. Olwana nani? Never nansibo bagamba bwajja okutaasa mu liberation war.
Ssabalwana nani? Okuva alekerawo okulwanyisa Abanyayuganda. Nze musaba ayetoowaze. Aleme kulowooza ng'embundu ne ssente ze bye binaafuga Uganda eno.
Exactly.
Uganda ya Katonda, so si ye. Uganda ya Katonda si ye neeka ye. Akitegeera akimanye. Abound before God alekera. Nze buli kiseera mwenda bamuze agamba amufaya Ssabalwanyi alwana lwaki alwanyisa abantu be.
Question.
President afuna bwa president kulwanyisa abantu be oba kulwanyira abantu be. Lwaki atulwanyisa? Lwaki akuba bantu? Lukwati Besigye. Kati Besigye akola ki mu Christmas yonna n'omwaka ne gumusanga mu gundo omwo mu prison really? Omusajja oyo yagenda naye mu nsiko ne balwana wamu n'amutwitinga yali dokita waabwe. Omusajja mwagaza ki? Omuntu n'obeera ngu tosonyiwa. Nze mukubira omulanga kubanga egenda mu Uganda byonna bikola ki? Bimudipendingako ne bw'osoma Bayibuli yonna eno gye tusoma bakugamba king erode bakugamba king kubanga yalinga king ya Uganda wano naye nze mugamba waliwo king amusinga abawinge afukamire wa king amusinga aleke okubonyabonya eggwanga lyaffe alekerawo
Museveni, indeed.
kakati
These are people who know him.
mulaba yeetooloola Uganda yonna naye manyi temugenda kubiteeka kwa nti mutya yeetooloola Uganda
Mumalira na budde.
yonna mwonoona na biseera byange yeetooloola Uganda yonna konvoyi yonna gyagenda nayo mu disitulikiti gyagendamu bw'ogenda kubala essente ezigenda ne konvoyi n'amafuta naki byonna essente ezo bwaziwa edisitulikiti ebya patishimodo obikola n'Abannayuganda bonna amatu gaafa amaaso tegakyalaba tebalaba ebitali bituufu bali eyo bazina nyanyenya n'obalaba nga bazina n'oga nti kyokka Mukama.
She's very passionate about what she's talking about.
Omuntu bw'aba nga talina magezi kye tuyita wisdom.
Muhoozi.
Omusajja oyo bw'omulaba nze ndowooza Katonda yabiriviiringa kubanga toyinza kubanga ng'oli liida morova liida mu magye agakuma eggwanga lyo ng'oyogera ebintu ng'ebyo byayogera bitalimu magezi bitalimu ki.
Muhoozi kinerugaba.
Naye kakati oyo nze simunenya kubanga bw'obanga obwongo bwo tebukola bulubwebutyo naye ogwo pulezidenti n'akukwata n'akuwa akamanda bw'amagye.
You know, wanene agamba Museveni agwali mu kkuba nti bw'olaba Muhoozi ebintu byakola ne byateeka ku mikutu gye oyinza okumukkiriza n'ogamba tategeera bulungi naye kitaawe n'asigala ng'akyamutaddemu ekyo ye ate kitaawe abeera ki ogwo bawana nti mugezi.
N'obwokuyogera ebyo byonna ebiswaza eggwanga lyonna byonna biki takujjako. How? Ne palamenti eyo gy'olaba bonna temuli kuba kati palamenti ayina olusa okuyita pulezidenti ne bamwa nti oyo omusajja aswaza ggwanga lyaffe alaga nti ddala amagezi mu Uganda tetulina kubanga toyinza kubanga olame kamanda n'oyogera ebyo byonna ebitali mu kakwate n'agamba abakazi bonna bibe simanyi Yesu yazaalibwa lwakitula. That is hopeless.
Exactly.
Hopeless. And how can you as a head of state and the whole of government leave that man who is the army commander of the nation?
It's really, really sad. It is an indictment to the entire country. Having Muhoozi as the chief of our defense forces?
What image do we have? Image tulina ki? Image mugiyita ki mu Uganda? Ekifaananyi kye tulina mu mawanga gano kiri ki? Bagamba Uganda yafa bwetyo. Naye gwe omuntu oyinza kulowooza nti gwe ne famire yo kubanga oyina emundu kubanga oyina essente kubanga oli faya kubanga oyina amagye ofuge Uganda yonna bwotyo n'abalala bonna bakuvunnamire mu kiki okuvunnamira Yesu. Kyenva ngamba bantu bano baliidazi bonna balidda bonna bavunnama.
Exactly. They all caved, really. They all yielded. They capitulated. It doesn't matter. Bonna betuyita abagezi bonna bavunnamira Mwami Museveni.
Judiciary evunnama. Judiciary kakati njagala ku judiciary ekyagigaana kukkiriza mukyala Martha Karua afune license y'okujja ku defendinga Besigye kyali kiki nga tuli mu East African Community naye eggwanga lyonna balukwasiza Museveni naye kyenva mugamba Museveni president eggwanga si liryo lirina nanyini ryo kyenva mpita Abanyayuganda amaaso bagafokasinge ku nanyini ggwanga lino.
Well, she's a firebrand. She speaks truth to power. These are people of which we have to draw our inspiration from. Ayogera Kuvada. She's not speaking for the first time. This is how many years? You can see this story is 14 years ago.
NRM all guards, with the help of some young thugs, unanimously resolved to support Museveni as the sole NRM flag bearer in the 2016 general election. In what she described as an orchestrated plan to stay in power, Matembe says she could not be more
Yatulabula. But you have to get the warning. Muchitabo chino. Akulabula.
disappointed with her former boss for going against the very principles he once stood for.
President Museveni behaves as if he is equal to Uganda. He owns Uganda and he's the only Ugandan.
That's the problem. And you know, let me try to give more details about that. Olaba nti bannayuganda singa ekintu kikolebwa ku munnayuganda Museveni balowesa dda nti ye yeggwanga. Abantu babuuza ikati lwaki oyambala enkofiira lwaki oyambala overall. N'ogamba musango ki gwe nkoze olw'okuba Museveni tajagala nange siteekeddwa kubeera nga njambala. Bwatu bw'azanyidde ku mitwe gy'abannayuganda.
And it is very sad because this is a gentleman who resented Obote's perception and managing of Uganda as the only one.
But that's exactly what he's doing.
Uganda.
Matembe also had no kind words for Museveni for undermining the democracy in the party. She cannot see anything but political doom for Uganda.
Let me tell you for sure.
She warned us really.
What these people are doing in Chankwanzi and the gagging of other people from speaking and the conscription of political space with the public order management bill, this is certainly a sure way of degenerating into real violence and chaos.
Exactly, and that's where we are right now. This is where we are right now. That was a warning. Miria Matembe azza tuwulira over and over and over again.
Judgment yaabwe teyabadde mbi.
Bana yadayogera ku kooti.
Yaweereddwa.
Okusalawo kwa kooti ensukkulumu.
Munnayuganda yenna yasanyise nze nkubulira.
Mulimu ebirungi mubaamu ebibi naye nga judgment yaabwe teyabadde mbi okugamba nti olw'engeri pulezidenti yeevuluseemu ensala ya kooti.
Kakati nga president kuyimirira ddala mu public nga head w'eggwanga n'agamba nti Supreme Court bajaji basazeewo obubi singa president akulembera eggwanga mu democratic governance takola comment ng'eyo judiciary ekyesazeemu.
And you know why am I playing you these videos? No kulaga biki byayogerako. Agezaako kulaga nti tulivinga mu kibayita democracy aba NRM kibagezaako okutunda. Kyekinkwesiza video eno era kati mukana akaseera njagala okubeera nga nkunnyonnyola ensobi Mwami Museveni gyali mukola oba engeri gye bakuzannyira ku bwongo. I want to look at this. These are characteristics of dictatorship. Zineeno bwe nsoma bineeno bwe bibanga si bye biri e Uganda then tetuli mu dictatorship. Tuli mu democracy. Number one, centralized power. And they go on to say, power is held by an individual or a small group leading to decisions made without democratic processes or input from the broader society. That sounds like Uganda, where power is held in the hands of one man. If folks in Uganda, for example, a broader society, if Ugandans say, no, we do not want the amendment of the constitution, capping, when it came to age limit, no one listened. It was Museveni who wanted his decision to be taken, to be considered. And that's what happened because all power belongs to him. Coffee management bill of recent, the vast majority of Ugandans saying, please, no, do not try. He went against all of them. The vast majority of Ugandans, because he believes that him single-handedly can do whatever he wants without even listening to any person. That's characteristic number one of a dictatorship. Suppression of the opposition through censorship, imprisonment, or even violence. Dictatorships silence any form of criticism or opposition to maintain control. I mean, as we speak, Chairman Nyanzi is in prison, Bobby Young, Obed Rutale, Kizza Besigye, to mention but a few. You've seen how many people have been arrested over nothing just because they've protested Mr. Museveni. You saw the process towards the election, during and after of the 2021 election, how the opposition was suppressed, switching off the internet. If you still doubt that this is not a dictatorship, you might be in a deep slumber. Number four, control over media. Dictatorships often manipulate or directly control the media to propagate state-approved messages, suppress dissenting views, and maintain a favorable public image. You've heard Bobby Wine asking CBS FM, why don't you host me? And look, I'm not faulting CBS FM because they are listening from that invisible hand that is visible to the mind of every sane Ugandan. It is Museveni telling them, you cannot host Bobby Wine, you cannot host Besigye. We do not want you to host them on these radio stations. We have seen situations where Besigye has been picked out of, they sabotage shows, radio or TV talk shows. You've seen this. They control the media. If they don't want the story to go on air, they will actually stop it. You remember the incident that was in Parliament where the press was put in, I think was basement of the Parliament, and they started asking for the SD cards from their cameras because they know they had captured footage that would be used against them. That is complete control of the media. Limited political freedom. Freedom of speech, assembly, and press are heavily restricted, preventing the public from challenging the regime or advocating for change. Absolutely. You have seen even a mere expression of wearing a beret and a red overall. Oh, you've committed a crime. That is limiting your political freedom. You've not committed a crime. Now you're categorized as a terrorist, and that you are trying to pose a threat to your government. You've seen how many Ugandans were arrested in the last election. Not even the last election. Almost in each election cycle. People are abducted, killed, tortured, and others are remanded in prison for years we cannot count. You know what happened to brothers like Sam Mugumya, to mention but a few. This is a complete dictatorship. And lastly, rule by decree. Dictators often govern through decrees, bypassing legislative bodies and eliminating checks and balances on their power. And this is what Museveni has done. It doesn't really matter. After the judiciary, the Supreme Court came out and said that you cannot continue trying civilians in military court. Museveni comes out and says, no, I won't listen. Muhoozi the chief of our defense forces says, no, that was even stupid. I mean, the Supreme Court sets precedent. And Museveni says no, because he rules by decree. Now tell me, are we living in dictatorship or we are flourishing in a democracy as we want to present it? Tell people, show this. Salamuka clip kano. Okalaga abantu batugamba tuli mu democracy. Zino ze characteristics za democracy, za dictatorship. Obwana chemalira ze zino. Kasale mu obalago bagambe mu abagamba tuli mu democracy. Mwabagamba Museveni akukiriza atya n'okola kino kubanga tasobola kutta ggwanga lyonna kulimalawo. Bwe twogera ku mirembe gy'abanatsi, abanatsi Hitler teyatta buli muntu, tolooza nti babeeramu bokka. Bwe twogera ku mirembe era bwe yagenda okuggibwako ng'akyatta abantu kubanga waliwo abaali bakyamuwakanya. Bwe twogera ku Mobutu Sese Seko, yafugira eggwanga Congo mu bumbula. Mu biseera ebyo Congo yasinga okufulumiza music owa Lingala. Bwe twogera ku ba Stalin, oba ne twogera ku ba Amin, sigamba nti buli muntu bamutta. Basigala bakyawakanyizibwa kubanga tosobola kusirisa abantu lubeerera, tosobola kutta abantu bonna kubamalayo. Kati Bobi Wine bamukiriza amulabye yagenze naye kubisa ebifaananyi ne mukazi we, oyina ekyamu ku mutwe. Martin Luther King Jr. bwe yali alwanyisa okusosola abaddugavu wano mu America, n'agendako kanemu ne mukyala we Coretta Scott King. N'ebyo n'abimanyi otya nga buli kaseera ebiseseme bya NRM babakuwa n'obiteeka mu kamwa n'olya n'omira bw'omala ne baseseme ebirala ne babikuwa n'ogaaya n'omira ne mu regurgitating ebiseseme bye ebimu. Onaakitegeera otya? Please wake up. Gosh. Sobodde nakubeera nga mbasomera. Maybe nja kubasomera ekitabo kino. Omukyala Miria Matembe ng'atubuulira Museveni yabalyamu atya olukwe. Yali amwagala nnyo nga bw'atandise ng'atugamba. Yabalyamu atya olukwe. Miria Matembe has no kind words for Muhoozi Kainerugaba.
Did you enjoy what you just watched? I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa YouTube channel? Thank you.